My ancestors, from my great-great-grandfather to my grandfather, my father, all worked here at Omega. So Omega has been a part of our family for all 5 generations.
The summer of 1977 was one of the worst droughts in the history of farming, and it was the summer that PJ, my first son, was born. So in the middle of a drought, I had a wife and I had a newborn son, and I had no income from the farm, and I got a call from the people in the fishing industry that said they needed some help. So it was an answer to a prayer.
My grandfather worked at the plant while sending my dad and his siblings off to college.
12 hours a night and then go to high school. And while I was in college, they afforded me the opportunity to be employed in the summers.
50 years ago, a lot of young African-American men weren't allowed to go off to college and weren't allowed to get into the military, so they relied on a local source of work.
Omega allowed me to pay my tuition and take care of myself, which took a lot of the burden and responsibility off of my parents, because if they hadn't have done that, then they would have had to make a decision which one of their 3 children would have had to drop out.
Throughout my life, I've seen Omega doing great things for our community. I think they're a big driver in the economy here, and just the vendors that they use around here really depend on them.
They do try to stay local, and I know that. This factory has been essential to that, really for the whole community. You know, because not just me, look at the stores that we have here with businesses that need these people to support them. And these guys do. My company would have a struggle without it. Yeah, I mean, these guys that work here, they own homes around here. So I sell them heating oil. And I also sell gasoline up at my plant. So they buy gasoline to come back and forth to work. So if something happened to Omega, it would be a hardship on Waller Oil Company. It's no doubt in my mind.
Omega Protein is the largest private employer, if not the largest employer. The only competition would be the school system.
There's lots and lots of people who really depend on the fact that Omega will buy uniforms for a team, or that for us they pay for the lion's share of the fireworks on the 4th of July.
In our county seal, in the right-hand corner, we have a picture of a Omega boat.
I'm just one of many, many, many people. And it's schools, and it's community services, it's the fire department, it's the EMTs.
I'll tell you, I have nothing but good things to say about Omega. And I've been doing this. My father did it before me. Rudolph Waller owned the business. The business is about 80 years old.
Clearly, there are a lot of people who this is all they've known their entire life.
One of the things that I'm so grateful for is that with the staffing company, we work with young men and women who are just getting out of the incarceration, who've been in the system. And what Omega allows them to do through me is to come down and seek employment. They're limited in what they can do. And if they don't get a job, 9 times out of 10, they'll end up back in the system.
3 people call about employment, okay, and 2 people call meeting looking for housing.
And put them on our waiting list. And when Omega, this is an opportunity provided for them by Omega. So it's a great thing, and we've helped a lot of people, young men, turn their lives around and keep them out of jail.
I feel that a lot of families really benefit from the economic impact that Omega gives. Again, not only just from jobs, but from spending with vendors like myself.